Have you thought about where you wanted to be in life and have no direction? Well, you are in the right place. You are tuned into another epic episode of Triona the Trillionaire Podcast with your spiritual health coach, Triona the Trillionaire. Become more aligned, enlightened, and abundant in all areas of your life. She got the hair care, she got the health, and she has the wealth topics for you.
Welcome back to the Triona the Trillionaire Podcast, and I'm your host, Triona the Trillionaire. Happy New Year, everyone. I am so excited for these Money Mindset Matters segments that I promised you guys, these 5-minute segments. So I said, let me just come on here and share with some money mindsets with you guys. So I'm excited for the new year. I hope you all have did your vision boards and printed them out. I have not printed mine out yet, because I'm like a perfectionist. Like I said, I was leaving that in 2023. So today is the new day of 2024. So this will be printed today. Anyways, I wanted to start off this segment by talking about my daughter and training my daughter on her money mindset as well. And she already uses phrases like, I'm rich, my mom's rich, and stuff like that. And people are like, what? Your mom's rich? And I want her to understand that money doesn't really even matter. It's the thing that you want behind the money. So the money is just the connection piece that puts it all together. Okay. So we're, coming off of Christmas and getting presents and getting gifts and stuff like that. And Liliana is seeing all these commercials and she's like, oh, Mom, I want this toy. I want that toy. I want this toy. And she was like, can I have this toy for my birthday? I was like, well, your birthday is like 9 months away. So why don't you just get it just because? You don't have to get it on a special day, because that's what we teach her. We don't teach her, oh, it's Christmas, so now she gets this. We don't even really celebrate Christmas. We celebrate Jesus's birthday. So all the other stuff, the Santa, the trees and all that, that's not really our vibe, I guess you want to say, because we give her gifts every single day. Like, even if it's like a little small toy, or like a chocolate egg with a little toy she can build in there, just keeping her creative and really giving her like positive reinforcement, because it's difficult being good all the time or doing your best all the time and just not being rewarded for her. So we would just really want her to be rewarded for those things that she's actively trying to do. Like, she got a new category for reading and math and stuff like that. So we want to really celebrate. And why not celebrate your days, your years, your months, your weeks, instead, really enjoying those small moments that you have. So, so she's like, she got all these toys or whatever, and it wasn't a lot. Like, we did not OD, because like I said, we give her presents all the time anyways. So we didn't OD, but she got some cool presents or whatever. Some of my family members sent presents for her and stuff like that. So she got the excitement and the enjoyment, the momentum, and the big moment, right? But then she kept seeing this commercial. She's like, I want this toy. I didn't get to get that toy. I really wanted that toy. She wanted 2 toys that she like really wanted, and she got the one of them, but she didn't get the other one. I didn't even know she wanted this toy, but she kept seeing it. And I was like, Liliana, moms and parents, they get to that point where it's like, go somewhere and sit down, because you're not getting the toy. You already got all these other toys, right? So I'm like, if you want anything, you can actually get it. So I told her, that's what I told her. I was like, whatever you want, you can actually get. So if you put it in your mind, I'm getting this toy, don't worry about the money. Because she started saying, oh, it's too much, or, oh, how much is that going to cost? Or, putting the price on it. And I was like, okay, this toy is $44.99 or whatever, how much ever the toy was, $49.95 or something. And she was like, do I have enough money? I'm just going to go see in my wallet and in my purse if I have enough money for that. And I was like, honestly, Liliana, it does not matter if you have enough money or not. If you want the toy, you're going to find a way to get it, period. All right? Somebody can magically send you this toy in the mail. You can go to a free, the arcade or something, and they can have that exact toy for you. So I'm just trying to tell her, it's the thing you want. Don't get hooked up on the money. So we had a money lesson. She's in 2nd grade. We're learning how to count money better. We're learning how much cents add up to this amount. So we had an actual money lesson after that, where I'm teaching her how to count money and stuff like that. And she was like, oh my gosh, I can have enough money. And I said, remember, it's not about you not having the lack of money or you having the abundance of the money. It's if you want what you want, you are going to get that. So if you guys can grasp this concept that I'm trying to teach my 8-year-old daughter, then I promise you it will propel your money lessons. Don't say, oh, I need this toy. She wasn't saying she needs it. She was saying, I really want this toy. I really like this toy. And I said, how do you feel? How do you think you're going to feel when you get it? Are you going to feel excited? Are you going to be happy? She said, yes, I'm going to be happy. So we go to the store. I said, I have to take something back. She didn't even want to go to the store with me because she already put it in her mind that we're not going to the store to get her this present, to get this toy for her. So her dad was saying, you should go with your mom. Just go with your mom. And I was like, whether or not she goes with me, I'm going to get her that toy. Right? So I was thinking that we were actually going to get the toy if she didn't go with me, and I was just going to wrap it and let her have a surprise. She ended up going with me, and I said, Liliana, if they do not take this back, they need to be able to take this thing back so you can get your toy, because I'm going to be in a happier mood, right? To get the toy, because I'm not spending all this extra money on, I'm trying to get a juicer. I'm trying to get my juicer fixed or whatever. So I was like, I'm going to return this one and get a new one so we can start off the new year right. If not, I'm just going to, do what I need to do anyways. So anyway, like I have a blender, but I'm saying this juicer, oh my gosh, I love this juicer. And it's missing a piece. So I was like, let me get a new one. So the lady was acting funky and I was already trying to get my money, my manifestation together in my head, and Liliana kept like distracting me, like, Mom, could we go look at the toy to see if they got it? Mom, and I'm like, Liliana, if you want the toy, you don't have to continue to beg for the toy. The thing that you want is going to release itself to you. It's fighting to get to you just as much as you're fighting to get to it, right? You don't have to keep wanting and putting yourself in a begging mentality and mode because you want this toy. So literally, she's taking me off of focus of manifesting them taking this back and giving me a brand new one so I can go home and juice the mess out of all these vegetables and fruits. And I was like, Liliana, pray that they take this back and they have one here in the store where they can return it. That's what you need to do. That's what you need to focus on. Sometimes we're so focused on what we want to manifest, what toy we want, what gift we want, what XYZ we want, that we're so pent up on impressing the fact, and it's giving you begging mentality. It's giving begging mode. So you're not going to get that. So sometimes you have to take your focus off and focus on something else, cheer somebody else on, praise them, pray for them, or whatever the case may be, so you can really get what you want. Now, I was so irritated because the lady was like, oh, we can't exchange it if you don't have a receipt. And I was like, this is Walmart. Since when did y'all exchange anything? Period. Like, and I do not go to the stores and exchange anything. Like, if I buy it, that's staying with us, or we're going to give it away or something, that is going to circulate some other type of way. I don't like taking stuff back to the store. That's just me. So she said she couldn't take it back. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to argue with her. They probably just don't have one in the store. So we went outside, took it back to the car, and I was like, oh my gosh, we need milk. We need this. We need that. And I only drink this certain type of oat milk, but it's like the extra creamy. And so I was like, I'm going to get it because I want to make a matcha because that's going to make me feel better. And I was like, okay, I have to come back in this store. So you know what? Let's go look at the toy aisle with Liliana. So we're going back and forth down the aisle. She's like, oh, I think, and this is actually exciting me, making me get out of the mode that I was in. Because I was like, man, lady low-key being racist or whatever. And then I was like, you know what? Let me stop that mentality and that mindset, because that's already retracting 2023 vibes. So I said, you know what? It's a new year. Let me not even think like that. Let me catch myself right when I'm like that. Because it was like, kind of weird that what she was doing, because she was like going back and forth to the office or whatever. And I was like, you know what? Let me not even think that. I'm taking responsibilities for all of my actions. If my actions cause this lady not to give it to me because of my unbelief that they didn't have it in the store or that she wasn't going to refund it, then I have to redo my mind. I have to go through the renewing of my mind process, because it's nobody. It's everything that I want. That lady didn't have any authority over the things that I wanted. So it was what I was putting out in the world that made me boomerang. And just like my thought was like, she's this type of way. Then that put her in a category. Then I put her in a category in my mind. That's why I didn't get what I wanted, because after the fact that I didn't get it, I started thinking like that. So God already knows, like, you're going to think like this anyway, so I'm not going to give it to you. Now, if I'm thinking completely in joy, just like my daughter, she's literally pure joy. She's like, I want this toy, right? She was so excited when we found the toy, because we could not find the toy in the store. We were in the store for like 30 minutes for sure. So once she saw, she was like, no, that's not it. That's not it. And she was like, oh, this is, something. So I was like, okay, we're getting closer. And I was like, man, here I go teaching her the manifestations, the money mindsets and stuff like that. And it really exciting me on to the point where it's like, she's really about to get this toy, because she changed her mind. She stopped begging for it. And she was like, I'm going to get it. She put it in her head, I am going to get it. So that's what I want to tell y'all for this 5-minute segment or whatever. It's probably over the time. I probably need to keep a timer on me from now on when I'm doing these segments. But I really wanted y'all to harness the example here that I set for my daughter and that I'm teaching her. If you want something, don't think about the parameters of why you shouldn't get it. Think about how you will feel when you get it. And one thing I told my daughter, I said, just imagine you already have it and you put it in your closet and you forgot about the toy. Because when you get the toy, when you get the thing you want, it's so normal to you. It's completely normal to you. You don't even think about, XYZ anymore. You're thinking about, I got it. I was excited for this moment to get it, to have it, to fix it, to put it together, to play with it for 10 minutes. Now I'm throwing it in the closet with all my other toys. So once she did that, she's like, she probably did that. And I was like, did you pray? And she was like, why did I have to pray? So some things we do, even as rituals, it's like, I don't know if she prayed or not. She was acting like she didn't pray, but I'm like, she got the toy, so she obviously did something, because I was literally not about to get her this toy. So I think with her just releasing it and her imagining that toy was with all her other toys that she had, I think that's the reason why she got it. And she didn't even use her own money, now that I think about it. So it didn't matter about her money that she had, So that's my 5-minute segment on money mindset matters. And yeah, I think I'm just going to end it right there. Y'all let me know how this episode has helped you. If this really helps you, or if you really think this episode will help other people that you know, please share the segments with them, and I will continue to come out with more, like the health topics and stuff like that, just a little 5-minute tidbits so y'all can listen while you're doing a rep or two or something like that. So if you're listening to this podcast, know that you're blessed and continue to be a blessing to others. I love you. Mwah.